Hey there! Welcome to Clarity Calling, where online entrepreneurship meets real life. I'm Cheniece Patrick, online business manager, mom, and your go-to guide for streamlining your business while thriving in life. Whether you're here to get organized, find clarity, or just feel less alone in this journey, you're in the right place. So, let's dive into today's episode.
Hello, everyone. This is Cheniece Patrick talking to you right now. Welcome to Clarity Calling, the podcast. I'd like to introduce a very special featured guest today. Today is a bit of an impromptu, unplanned, atypical episode where I'm catching up with you. And I'd like to introduce this featured guest. I actually have two of them today. There are two very special featured guests. The first one being Mr. Patrick, my better half. Say hey.
Hello. Thank you all for listening. I'm Curtis Patrick, the loyal husband of Cheniece Patrick.
That is correct. And you might also hear in the background our second featured guest, very special guest, which would be our daughter, Colette Patrick, or who we call Coco. Coco Patrick. She is in the background.
Just yapping away.
She is on the autism spectrum. She drops toys and she displays echolalia. She is not nonverbal, but she is vocal, and that's what you're hearing. Her dropping toys and just generally being loud in the background right there.
She's got a lot to say.
She always has a lot to say. Always. And you had better listen, because it's important even if you don't understand what she's saying. All right. So today's topic, I'd like to, Coco, get into a bit of a candid look into life, daily waking life, the reality of our family, with me having the work that I do as an OBM. I'd like to get into that to tell you a bit of what daily life is like. And I'm glad I have my husband and daughter here. Our son is asleep in the background. He had a very early morning, and then he went back down. And as you can hear, this is a bit of the reality of my life with the work that I do, which I work from home, usually, most days, typically all days, unless something special is going on. I work out of my home, and as you can hear, I'm surrounded by the sounds of daily life. My husband is very supportive. He also works from home. He has a dedicated workspace behind a closed door. And he supports what I do, which is he does typical work. I have a online business, a creative online service provider business, and he is very supportive of what I do. He's been my number one fan since the beginning, since that December in 2022, when I decided what I'd like to be doing now with my life. And I haven't looked back since, and he has never withdrawn his support. And so I'm very eternally grateful for that. But let's get into a bit of the daily life of what it would be like to live in our family with me having the work that I do. Do you have any commentary, hon?
Oh, yeah. So just from my perspective, I average about 40 hours a week, but a lot of times it's more. We're somewhat in a similar line of business, being that I'm a team lead that's within project management for a service desk. And my wife is, well, she does project management for OBM, or online business management. Uh, so I'm able to understand a lot of the lingo that she uses, and I'm able to understand, things that she's having to do. One thing about it that I've learned, from her perspective, is she doesn't quite have a set time on and off. Whereas I'm confined to standard time that I'm working, which in my case is second shift. She has a lot more flexibility within her working hours, but she's also having to utilize that flexibility, as there's not really a set time in or out so much as there is getting things done.
Well, let me interject there. He's right about me not having a set schedule. I would like to clarify that I do have open hours that I am available. They're kind of like my open office hours, during which I am available for open contact from my clients and the public. And those hours they start at 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday to 7 p.m. And Friday, they start at 11 a.m. and end at 5 p.m. And those are my, you could say, my working hours. I do work outside of these hours, of course, but those are the open office hours that I keep for open and available for contact and work for my clients, where they can easily access me, and for public contact. I just wanted to clarify that. So I do have a set time that I'm supposed to get away and get off, but it doesn't typically, it's not set. Some days I have to work later, of course, depending on my client load. Some days I might start an hour early, so 10 a.m. I might start with some I might start doing some personal development or professional development work for an hour before I start my day. And I have my lovely assistant, Colette, to keep me company. She's a great secretary. I don't pay her anything. She's wonderful at what she does. She's really cute. She's really funny. I don't pay her anything yet. She's really expensive. And she's very demanding, but she helps out a lot. I will say that.
She's a real go-getter.
She is a go-getter. She will go get stuff she is not supposed to go get. Literally, she is a go-getter, which is exactly what she's trying to do right now. And so when I'm working, I have the flexibility of being able to pause and to interact with my children, my family. I do not neglect them. Sometimes my kids will go to a sitter or to their grandmothers. I do have help and child's care established. I have options. And if I want to be alone and work alone, or if I have some client calls to take, some meetings to attend, my children will go into their child's care, and I will have the freedom and flexibility to make client calls, take meetings, things like that. And other times when there are not many client calls to take or any meetings to attend, I can keep my kids in the home and not displace them. They stay in the home most days, and I work in an environment with my children, and I'm able to pause and take moments whenever I'd like to interact with my children in any capacity that I'd like, just as if I was not working. If I wanted to, I'm able to pause and change the laundry from the washing machine to the dryer. I'm able to pause and prepare meals. I do have a set break that I take during every day from 12:30 to 2:45. I use that break to catch up on housework, start preparing a meal for the evening, and to dole out lunch if my children are in the home, to serve them their lunch, and maybe if there's time, even me eat some lunch too. So I do have a set break that I take every day, during which I am able to go and leave home and pick up my son from his preschool and commute back home and take care of my children, attend to their needs before I'm required to return to work at 2:45. Oh, Colette, she's been getting overtime. She's a little cranky.
Yeah.
And so the work that I do is atypical. It's a creative service provider, service-based business that I work completely online, completely remotely, but it is legitimate work. I work. Just because I am seated at a laptop at my workstation does not mean that I am scrolling Facebook or Instagram. Those things couldn't be further from the truth. I am working. I am either working on client work or I am taking some time to work on my own business, which is a lot of work as well. So I work in my business and I work on my business. Those are two completely different things.
And from what I see every day with all of that, it requires a lot of flexibility. It requires a lot of energy. It requires a lot of dedication. Some days you may just not feel it, but you got to push through.
That's very true. That's very true. Well, that's a bit of a behind the scenes peek into what reality is like, what daily life is like, with the work that I do inside of this family, the family of the Patricks. I regret that you were unable to meet our son, Caleb. He's also on the autism spectrum. He's wonderful, happy toddler, happy boy. But yes, happiest of all, way happier than I am for sure, which is not hard to do. And so that is a behind the curtain, a peek behind the curtain, behind the scenes view of what daily life is like, the reality is like within this particular specific family. It's very candid, very, very candid. And I'm so thrilled to be able to share that part of my life with you today, that part of myself with you today, which I do not let very many people in on. But you guys are special. You support me. And so this is my way of appreciating your support by giving you a more intimate access to me and my life and what I do. And I just want to thank you for that support. Thank you for being here. I look forward to many, many other times to connect with you and catch up with you and to share myself with you. And with that being said, thank you for listening to this special, unplanned, impromptu, candid episode of Clarity Calling. I am Cheniece Patrick of Cheniece Patrick OPM, and I will catch up with you next time.
And it's a pleasure to be here as well. I'm Curtis Patrick, and I enjoy being here, and thanks for having me.
No problem, hon. No problem. It's been fun. All right, guys. Let's catch up again in the next episode. Go and get some clarity, be clear, and move forward with clarity and purpose.
Everybody likes free things. My Business Operations Starter Kit comes with a comprehensive 16-page fillable guidebook ready for you to immediately get down to business by reading and working through all of its contents. You'll visit topics from your business development itself, to useful document templates, and even to the management of all of your recurring meetings and entrepreneurial tasks. No stone will be left unturned as you're guided through the total management of your business as its owner or manager. Alongside this management guidebook comes a ClickUp template coordinate that seamlessly complements the starter kit's included directions. You'll be able to immediately take the reins of this powerful project management tool with my simple plug-and-play folder template ready for you to install. A refined approach to the total management of your business is only a few clicks away, and it's all yours to experience for free. When you join my free email community, you'll be sent instant access to the Business Operations Starter Kit straight to your inbox. Get started at cheniece.com/free. That's CHENIECE.com/free. Thanks for tuning in to Clarity Calling. I hope you're leaving with more clarity and inspiration for your business and life. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if today's episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's keep the conversation going. Check the show notes for resources, and I'll catch you in the next episode.